Hello, everyone. Emin Coronado of Bachelor of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics has cooked for us some very yummy dishes from Greece. Today, we'll be hearing details from the backgrounds of each dish Emin has prepared.
Over 4,000 years ago in the 5th century BC, the ancient Greeks on the island of Samos created the earliest known cheesecake. This rudimentary cheesecake was made with patties of fresh cheese that were then pounded smooth with flour and honey. The creation was then baked on an earthenware griddle before being enjoyed by the masses. Back then, cheesecake was considered a great source of energy, and there is evidence showing it was served to athletes during the first Olympic Games in 776 BC. Cheesecake was also popular as a wedding dessert. During the late medieval ages in Europe, cheesecake transformed to include a pastry base in a tart form. The first English cookbook, written in 1390, included multiple variations of the cheesecake recipe that included eggs and various flavor profiles. For the next 5 centuries, almost every English cookbook included at least one cheesecake recipe, signifying the love the English people had for the delicious dessert. Since the English loved their cheesecake, it is not surprising that the delicacy made its way to the American colonies. In the 1730s, Philadelphia became home to the Cheesecake House Tavern. Martha Washington's prized and gifted cookbook features 3 different cheesecake recipes, one of which being a cheesecake without a crust. These recipes were also flavored with rosewater and other spices. In the 19th century, cheesecake recipes began to feature more subtle ingredients, like lemon and vanilla. In the 1930s, the basis of the Americanized cheesecake changed dramatically. Traditional curd cheese was phased out and replaced with cream cheese, creating a creamier, richer, and tastier treat. Thus, the cheesecake recipes were transforming, and the New York cheesecake was born. One of the most famous cheesecake options, the signature and smooth taste comes from the extra egg yolks in the creamy cheesecake mix. By the 1900s, New Yorkers became obsessed with the dessert, and virtually every establishment offered some variation of cheesecake on its menu.
Now, let us hear about moussaka, the Greece's national dish.
The history of moussaka, a delicious taste of Greece. Experiencing a perfect forkful of moussaka is a Greek gastronomy experience. Here's more about the history of moussaka and why it is one of Greece's most loved dishes. A medley of fantastic flavors meld. When moussaka, the stress is on the last syllable, is baked to perfection. No other dish in the world combines the spiced essence of minced meat, soft tasteful eggplant, and the creamy richness of bechamel sauce. Head to any Greek restaurant to discover this special dish. It is considered one of the top comfort foods for Greeks. Today, moussaka is the best known of all Greek dishes along with the gyro and souvlaki. Greek gourmands craft their own special recipe, as does just about every Greek family. There are so many variations of it across the world. There's no doubt it is known as a Greek food, but it is also considered a favorite dish in other Balkan nations, the Middle East, and in Turkey. So, where exactly did this fantastic casserole dish originate? It is widely believed that the Arabs introduced moussaka to the world when they introduced the eggplant. Greek moussaka Arab origins may be related to the Levantine mousakin. It seems even the word moussaka probably derived from this Arab word. One food historian claims the 13th century Arabic cookbook known as the Baghdad Cookery Book details a recipe which could very well be the ancestor of moussaka. Today, moussaka is a common dish in Lebanon and the Arab world, a version that consists of eggplants, olive oil, garlic, onions, and tomatoes. In 1910, Nicholas Seliments, one of the most influential Greek chefs, published Greek recipes including a moussaka featuring French bechamel sauce on top. His version is the moussaka Greeks know and love.